quiet revolution, when survival stops being strength. I want to start by telling you about someone who is changing the landscape of healing for Black women in this country. Jules Cobb Edwards. Jules is not just a healer or a coach or a guide, Jules is a disruptor. They have spent their life building sanctuaries where Black women can finally put down the weight they have been carrying since childhood, since trauma, since the world told them that survival was the same thing as strength. Jules creates spaces where women can exhale, where they can admit they are not okay, and where they can begin the sacred work of becoming whole again. What Jules shared with me was not just inspiring, it was necessary. And today I want to share those insights with you because I believe they might just change the way you see yourself, your pain, and your power. Here is what nobody tells you about strength. The hardest battles you will ever fight are not the ones other people can see. They are not the ones that get you promotions or applause or social media validation. The hardest battles are the ones happening inside your own soul, in the quiet moments when you are alone with your thoughts, your shame, your fear, and the voice that keeps whispering, "You are not enough. You are too much. You are broken. You are unworthy." And here is the thing, you can win those battles. Jules reminded me of something we all desperately need to hear. Healing from childhood trauma, sexual assault, domestic violence, divorce, homelessness, losing custody, healing from any of the things that tried to break you. It is not instant. It is not linear. It does not follow a timeline or a 10-step plan, but it is possible. It becomes possible the moment you decide that what happened to you will not define who you become. Let me say that again because some of you need to hear it twice. What happened to you does not get to define who you become. Now, I know some of you are sitting there thinking, that is easier said than done. And you are absolutely right. It is easier said than done. But that does not make it less true. And it does not mean you cannot start today, right now, in this moment. Let me tell you about Beverly Gooden. Beverly is a Black woman who survived intimate partner violence. She was choked, controlled, trapped in a relationship where love and fear lived in the same house, slept in the same bed, sat at the same table. And like so many survivors, she faced a question that felt less like curiosity and more like an accusation. Why didn't you just leave? That question haunted her because the people asking it did not understand. They did not understand that leaving is not a single moment. It is not a light switch. It is a series of internal battles. It is loving someone and fearing them at the same time. It is hoping things will change while knowing deep down they will not. It is gathering the courage piece by piece, day by day, until finally you choose your life over the lie. Beverly left. She prioritized her safety. She went to therapy. She started processing her trauma and rebuilding her sense of self. And then she did something extraordinary. She created the hashtag Why I Stayed. She told the truth. She shifted the conversation from blaming victims to holding abusers accountable. And thousands of survivors, thousands of people who had been carrying shame in silence, they shared their stories too. Beverly turned her pain into a global movement. She became a sought after speaker, an advocate, a voice for people who had been told to stay quiet. She did not just survive, she rebuilt. And in doing so, she gave others permission to do the same. That is what Jewel wants you to understand. Your pain, the thing you think disqualifies you, the wound you have been hiding, it can be transformed into purpose, power, and impact. The same wounds that almost broke you can become the foundation of your calling. Maybe your calling is not a hashtag or a stage. Maybe it is rebuilding your own life. Maybe it is stepping into fitness, business, leadership. Maybe it is creating a space, a literal or metaphorical space where others can heal. Whatever it is, your pain does not disqualify you, it equips you. Think about Oprah Winfrey. Born into poverty in Mississippi, survived repeated childhood sexual abuse by family members and family friends, became pregnant at 14. Her son died shortly after birth. For years, the war was internal. She felt unlovable, ashamed, silenced. The world told her she was too black, too poor, too broken to matter. But she did not stay there. She excelled in school. She used education and communication as a path forward. She built a career in radio and television. She eventually launched The Oprah Winfrey Show and later OWN, centering conversations around healing, personal growth, and emotional wellness. She normalized therapy. She normalized inner work. She normalized the idea that you could survive something horrific and still become something extraordinary. Oprah became the first Black woman billionaire in North America. She created the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for girls in South Africa, investing in the next generation of Black girls. She shifted global culture around self help, emotional intelligence, and trauma healing. She modeled for Black women and survivors everywhere that you can rewrite your story no matter where you start. But here is what I want you to catch. Oprah did not do it by pretending the pain did not happen. She did not do it by smiling through it or staying silent or protecting the people who hurt her. She did it by speaking her truth publicly. That was the turning point. That was the reclaiming. That was the moment she chose alignment over silence. Which brings me to the third thing Jules wants you to remember. Confidence is not arrogance. Confidence is alignment. True confidence is knowing who you are. It is honoring what you have survived. It is getting the help you need, therapy, coaching, community, and choosing to love yourself louder than the lies that trauma, society, or your past told you. Let me tell you about Tarana Burke. Tarana is a Black woman and survivor of sexual violence. She founded the Me Too movement in 2006, long before it became a global hashtag, long before celebrities made it a red carpet talking point. She created it to support Black girls and women who survived sexual abuse because she knew what it felt like to carry that weight in silence. Tarana worked with Black girls in under resourced communities who were experiencing the same violations she had endured. And she faced an emotional burden that so many healers face, wanting to help others heal while still fighting your own internal battles. But she did not wait until she was fully healed to start the work. She did not wait until she had it all together. She created Me Too as a grassroots movement to provide empathy, healing, and community. She built programming focused on survivor leadership and healing justice. She publicly shared her story, modeling vulnerability, courage, and the power of breaking silence. When Me Too went viral in 2017, Tarana's work became central to a global reckoning with sexual harassment and assault. She was named one of Time Magazine's Silence Breakers Person of the Year. She gave survivors, especially Black women, language, community, and validation for their experiences. Tarana turned isolation into sisterhood. She turned silence into freedom. And she did it by aligning with her truth, her pain, and her purpose. So here's what I want to ask you. What is the war within that you are fighting right now? What is the battle nobody sees? Is it shame? Is it unhealed trauma? Is it perfectionism? Is it feeling unworthy, unlovable, unseen? Is it the voice that tells you that you are too broken to be loved, too damaged to be successful, too much or not enough? Jules wants you to name it. Take 10 quiet minutes this week and honestly name the war within, because you cannot heal what you will not acknowledge. You cannot fight what you will not face. And you cannot win a battle you refuse to admit you are in. And then ask for one kind of support, just one. Schedule a therapy consult, join a support group, reach out to a trusted friend, hire a coach. Stop trying to fight alone. You were never meant to carry this by yourself. The idea that you have to do it all alone is a lie that keeps you stuck, small, and suffering. And finally, Choose one rebuilding habit. Start small, a daily walk, journaling, affirmations, strength training, a spiritual routine. Treat it as your personal declaration. I am rebuilding, I am healing, I am worth the effort. Because here is the truth: you are not broken beyond repair, you are not too far gone. You are not the exception to the rule. You are a survivor in the process of becoming a thriver. And that process does not happen overnight, but it does happen one choice at a time, one boundary at a time, one moment of self love at a time. Jules reminded me that healing is not about erasing the past. It is about integrating it. It is about saying, yes, that happened to me. And yes, I am still here. And yes, I am still worthy. And yes, I am still powerful. This is your soft girl era. This is your sacred pause. This is the moment you stop surviving and start living. This is the moment you drop the cape, release the roles that no longer serve you, and step into the softness, the rest, the joy, the peace you have been denying yourself. You do not have to be strong all the time. Softness is not weakness. Softness is a radical act of self love. Softness is saying no without guilt. Softness is setting boundaries without apology. Softness is resting without explanation. In confidence, confidence is alignment. It is knowing who you are, honoring what you have survived, and choosing to love yourself louder than the lies. So here is my challenge to you: name your battle, ask for support, choose one rebuilding habit, and then watch what happens. Watch how your pain transforms into purpose. Watch how your wounds become your wisdom. Watch how the war within becomes the victory that changes not just your life, but the lives of everyone around you. Because Beverly Gooden is living proof. Oprah Winfrey is living proof. Tarana Burke is living proof. And you can be living proof too. Your story is not over. Your best chapters are still being written, and the world is waiting for the version of you that is no longer fighting to survive, but thriving in alignment, in softness, in power, in purpose. Do not wait for permission. Do not wait until you feel ready. Do not wait until the pain is gone. Start now. Start messy. Start scared. Start anyway. The war within, you can win it. And when you do, you will not just change your life, you will change the world.